Welcome back to High Stakes, where we help you elevate your betting strategy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our daily content. Looking for exclusive access to premium betting picks? Join us on Patreon. Links are available in the comments section below. Stay ahead of the game with High Stakes. The classic tale of the plucky underdog Montreal Canadiens versus Washington Capitals. Sure, let's dive into these game prop picks with a sarcastic flair, shall we? 1. Total goals over 6. Oh, please. As if these teams are going to play some defensive masterclass. Montreal's defense? Ranked 28th in goals against per game. Washington? Sure, they're better, but they've been oh so generous lately, giving up for plus goals in 3 straight games. With Montreal's goalies stopping fewer shots than a leaky garden hose, under 89% save percentage recently, and Washington's offense ready to pile on the pain, betting on a snooze fest would be just plain optimistic. Expect the scoreboard to light up like a Christmas tree. 2. Washington Capitals to score 4+ goals. Montreal's defense is basically an open invitation. Score as many as you like. We'll just stand here. Washington's high-powered offense is already licking its chops. The Habs are missing key defensive players, and even when fully staffed, their 28th ranked goals against stat is borderline embarrassing. This Capitals team isn't just good. They're playing at home, where they dominate with a 14-4-3 record. If they don't score at least 4 goals, they should probably start refunding ticket prices. 3. Nick Suzuki over 0.5 points. If the Canadiens manage to score big Nick Suzuki will almost certainly be involved because, well, who else is going to do it? He leads the team in points and plays the most minutes among forwards, so he's basically the Canadiens' everything. With his knack for power play assists and the Canadiens desperately clinging to any offensive momentum, betting against Suzuki showing up on the stat sheet is about as bold as betting against the sun rising. 4. Capitals to win by 2+ goals, spread -1.5. Let's not kid ourselves here. The Capitals have owned Montreal. In their last 7 wins against the Habs, 6 were by at least 2 goals. History repeats itself, and Montreal's road record, 8-11-3, isn't exactly inspiring confidence. Pair that with Washington's dominant home record, 14-4-3, and this spread feels more like a gift than a gamble. If the Habs keep this close, it'll be because the Capitals felt like giving their fans a scare. 5. Power play goals scored yes. Between Washington's lethal power play, 23.5% success rate, and Montreal's SOSO penalty kill, you might as well start counting power play goals now. Throw in Montreal's own power play, 22.1%, and Washington's tendency to give up goals lately, and this feels as inevitable as overpriced arena beer. Both teams are primed to take advantage of penalties, so expect at least 1 power play goal. Because why settle for even strength chaos when you can have a man advantage? There you have it, folks. These picks aren't just based on stats. They're based on the cold, hard reality that Montreal is punching way above its weight class, and Washington is ready to show them how real hockey teams play. Go ahead, bet with confidence, or at least with a good sense of humor. Alright, let's dive into these Vancouver Canucks versus Carolina Hurricanes prop picks with a heavy dose of sarcasm. After all, we're looking at a matchup between 2 teams that seem to be in a contest to see who can stumble harder while still somehow being playoff contenders. 1. Total goals over 6. Oh please, like this is going to be a goalie duel. Vancouver's goaltending has fallen off a cliff, ranking 23rd in GAA, and they've managed to give up 3 or more goals in 9 of their last 10 games. Meanwhile, Carolina's offense just exploded for 6 goals against Toronto, because apparently, they decided defense was optional that night. Both teams love lighting the lamp, just not on the defensive end. Honestly, if this game doesn't hit the over, it's because both teams forgot how to shoot. 2. Carolina Hurricanes to win. Let's keep it simple. Vancouver's recent form has been about as inspiring as a soggy sandwich. They've won a whopping 2 of their last 10 games. Impressive, right? Sure, their road record looks nice at 11-4-4, but the Hurricanes are 16-5-0 at home, where they've been nearly untouchable. Oh, and Carolina already beat the Canucks earlier this season in a thrilling 4-3 OT game. If you're betting on Vancouver here, you're either an eternal optimist or you've been reading too much fiction. 3. Martin Necas over 0.5 points. Martin Necas has been leading the Hurricanes offense with 47 points this season. And let's face it, the Canucks defense is practically begging him to pad those stats. He's surrounded by a roster so deep, even their 4th line could probably score on Vancouver. Necas getting on the score sheet feels less like a gamble and more like checking the weather forecast for rain when you see clouds. 4. Quinn Hughes over 0.5 points. If the Canucks manage to score, and let's be real, that's a big if, you can bet Quinn Hughes will have something to do with it. He's carrying this team on his back with 45 points in 36 games, and frankly, without him, Vancouver's offense might as well pack it in and go home. If the Canucks manage even a sniff of offensive success, Hughes will be right in the middle of it because, well, someone has to be. 5. Both teams to score 3+ goals, yes. This one's for the optimists. Carolina is averaging 3.34 goals per game, and Vancouver's leaky defense has been doing their best impression of Swiss cheese. On the other side, the Canucks are still somehow managing 3.00 goals per game, despite their offensive slump. Both teams love scoring, but can't seem to stop anyone from scoring against them either. If they don't both hit 3 goals, it's probably because one of them decided to take the night off entirely, which, let's face it, isn't outside the realm of possibility. Summary. In conclusion, this game is shaping up to be a delightful mix of defensive ineptitude and offensive chaos. Carolina has the upper hand because they've decided to show up at least occasionally, while Vancouver is just hoping their early season form miraculously reappears. Bet accordingly, and remember, these teams might surprise us, but probably not in a good way. Here's the sarcastic breakdown of the best game prop picks for the Chicago Blackhawks versus Detroit Red Wings matchup, based solely on the information provided. 1. Detroit Red Wings minus 1.5. Puck line. Yes, the Blackhawks. One of the NHL's premier punching bags this season. They're fresh off a moral victory against Colorado, but let's not kid ourselves. They're ranked 30th in goals per game and 26th in goals against. Detroit, on the other hand, is currently enjoying a 5-game winning streak and probably feeling like a Stanley Cup contender when compared to Chicago. This matchup screams Red Wings by a mile. So, take Detroit to win by 2 or more goals. Unless, of course, you believe in miracles or Connor Bedard cloning himself mid-game. 2. Over 6 goals. What happens when two teams with defenses leakier than a colander meet? You get goals, lots of them. Detroit has been giving up goals with the generosity of a bad Santa, 25th in goals against per game, and Chicago isn't much better at 26th. But hey, at least both teams know how to occasionally find the net. The Red Wings have scored 3 or more goals in 7 of their last 10 games, and even the Blackhawks sometimes stumble into a goal or 2 by accident. Bet the over because there's no way this defensive circus doesn't turn into a goal fest. 3. Dylan Larkin over 0.5 points. Oh, Captain Larkin, the heart and soul of Detroit. He's fresh off a goal and an assist in their last game, and now he gets to go up against a Chicago defense that has "please score on us" written all over it. If Larkin doesn't hit the score sheet in this game, the entire hockey world might spontaneously combust. Put your faith in Larkin. You'd have better luck betting against gravity than betting against him in this one. 4. Lucas Raymond over 0.5 points. Lucas Raymond leads the Red Wings in points and has been their most consistent offensive force. And now he gets to skate circles around the Blackhawks? This isn't just a bet, it's a gift. Chicago's defense is basically a revolving door, and Raymond should be salivating at the thought of padding his stats. If he doesn't notch at least a point in this game, he'll owe bettors a personal apology. 5. Connor Bedard over 0.5 points. Let's give Chicago some credit where it's due. They do have Connor Bedard. The rookie phenom somehow manages to produce on a team that looks like it's actively trying to tank. Bedard has 37 points this season and was involved in 2 of Chicago's 3 goals against Colorado. If the Blackhawks are going to get anything remotely resembling offense, it's coming from him. Bet on Bedard to make the score sheet. He's practically the only player on the team who remembers what the puck is for. 6. Both teams to score 3+ goals, yes. Now this one's a bit spicier, but hear me out. Detroit's offense has been rolling, scoring 3 or more goals in 7 of their last 10 games. Chicago, despite all its flaws, occasionally manages to fluke their way to a respectable scoreline. With both defenses operating at an open season on goals level, there's a chance both teams hit 3 goals. Sure, it's a long shot for Chicago, but stranger things have happened, like their entire existence this season. In summary, lock it in, Detroit minus 1.5 over 6 goals. Player props to watch. Larkin and Raymond to remind Chicago why they're better. Bedard to do all the heavy lifting for the Blackhawks. For the bold, both teams to score 3+ goals, because why not embrace the chaos? This game should be a masterclass in lopsided hockey with just enough scoring to keep it entertaining. If you're not betting on Detroit to dominate, you're either a die-hard Blackhawks fan or just enjoy burning your money for fun. And that's a wrap on today's video, folks. I'm sure you're absolutely on the edge of your seat, eagerly awaiting the next thrilling installment of this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because Clearly, you don't want to miss any of our daily videos. I mean, who could live without them? And while you're at it, smash that notification bell, so you can be the first to know when we drop more gems like this. Oh, and if you're looking for some premium picks, because, let's be honest, who isn't? Join our Patreon. It's where the real magic happens. Premium picks, insider info, and possibly even some mildly entertaining banter. So, hit that link, and we'll see you on the inside. Until next time, enjoy the game, make those bets, and remember, you're welcome.